Hey guys, it's me, Liz, from Liz Vista's FlossTube. Every single time I start by doing this, I don't understand. This is my SpongeBob shirt. It says it's all geek to me. So, this is my FlossTube. I think it is number 36. I just uploaded my first whip and chat yesterday or the day before. So this is just a regular FlossTube. I have some haul, I have a few whips, and I did actually work on 2 of my Restart Manias, so let's get into it, I guess. Saturday was the last time I filmed, and I did the 513 on Maggie's thing, but I can't remember if I showed that one or not. I'll show it, I guess, at the end because it's downstairs. And then I worked on my Bluey stitch along, and I did 216 stitches on this. I'm just working on the frame right now, and then I printed out all my characters that are so far. So here is where I got to. Where's my board? There it is. So here's where it was before, and then here is where I got to. So I think I had the first row done. So I finished the second row, and these are the little dirt piles from where the flowers on the side go up. And then, so I was talking to my mom, and, you know, I was randomly thinking about it, and I'm like, I wonder what they're going to do in this big block, because, you know, each character is pretty small. I think it's going to be the terriers, because there's 3 of them, so it would make sense that they would all go together, so it might be the terriers that go in the big block. That one is released on the 23rd, so in a few days. Monday, because my birthday is the 22nd, and that's Sunday. So that's where I got to. This one's nice right now because it's just doing black, and the frame is basically, each square is 26 by 26. So it's easy enough to just do, like, while I'm outside. On the swing set, I got a macrame, what do they call it? A macrame swing, I don't know. And that's my swing on the swing set. So I can sit in that and kind of stitch. So, so that I only worked on one day. And then I worked on the Myths and Legends Monday and Tuesday. 69 stitches on Monday, 344 on Tuesday. And I finished up the one row, and I started on the next row of the Persephone's Pomegranate. So this is what I worked on in my whip and chat. So here's where it was before, and here is where I got to. So I guess I could move that out of the way, huh? There's where I got to. Hold it over here. There. So I finished this row. I was working on this on the whip and chat, and I went ahead and finished that up, and then started on the next row of Persephone's Pomegranate. And then after I finish that, I'll be done with the pomegranate. So that's pretty exciting. I really like this one. The thing is, okay, so this is from, I got it from Stitch Mom Studio on Etsy. And now when I click on, like, my past orders and click on it, it doesn't go anywhere. And if you search Stitch Mom Studios, her shop isn't there anymore. So she must have either closed her shop, or she must be on vacation or something. But there's another shop that has this pattern, and it's still giving her credit, so it's still saying it's by Stitch Mom Studio, but it's like the one that's just the examples on a black background. So you can still get this pattern, but her shop itself doesn't seem to be there. So maybe that means she got her own website now. I don't know. But it's called Sampler Summer Patchwork or something. It's something weird like that. So then I also worked on my Art Deco Lady, which is one of my restarts. And since I hadn't worked on any of my restarts, I figured I'd better work on one of them. So I did 438 stitches on her, and that was just on one day. So here's where it was before, and here is where I got to. I started filling in, I did 2 more strands of the toile in the moon, and then I started filling in her hair, like the hair thing, her face. These are empty because it's charged me, I think, $4.15. I think. I can't think of what the number is. It's one of the light grays. And I was kind of thinking I might use the gray toile I got originally so her hair will have sparkle in it. So I might do that. But she's pretty cool. And this is a Fabric Flare Twilight Dye Effect. So that was that. That was Wednesday. And then Thursday, I started Curious Mermaid by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And this one, I'm just crazy, okay? I wanted Curious Mermaid and the new one, My Little Minnow, to be on the same kind of fabric because they kind of are like companion pieces. And I had this piece of, I think it's Garden Party from Fiberlicious. And it's big enough to do both. The problem is I don't have big enough rods to have the whole piece of fabric. So I did a crazy thing. So I cut my fabric down the middle because that's where it needs to be. And then I measured 3 inches over from that on both of them in the middle. So this is overlapped. So this fabric is underneath this fabric, but it's overlapped in the spot where it's not going to get stitching. And it seems to be working. So it's not much of a start. 123 stitches. So for the dark seaweed that's around the borders of both of them, I'm mixing 2 colors. I'm mixing, I think it's 3750 and 3808. I'm just doing 1 strand of each, so it's like a blend. And it looks really pretty. So it's like a green and a blue. So it's not much of a start, but getting this set up took some time. So, so I'm doing Curious Mermaid on this side and My Little Minnow on this side. Ow. And originally I was going to start from the bottom and go up, but I figured, I feel like that's just going to confuse me. So I'm going to start at the top and go down on both of them. I want to at least do the borders of each first. So that's that. And this is my first time using the Fiberlicious. No, it's not. I was gonna say this is my first Fiberlicious, but no, something is on Blue Moon. Oh, my scissor sampler is on Once in a Blue Moon by Fiberlicious. And then after I worked on that, I worked on my Halloween Quaker. And that was yesterday. And I did 329 stitches on this one. And I don't really have a picture of the before, because the before was, I had part of this one little flower done and the rest was the same. So here's where I got to. So I finished this flower. I had like half of it done. So I finished this flower and I started this motif here. This color is black coffee and this is blackbird. And blackbird is actually kind of a dark brown, and black coffee is like a dark gray. So it's kind of black, but the blackbird is brown. So I want to work on that some more, but I love this. Like this is the color Smoke by Classic Colorworks, and it is so pretty because it really does look like smoke. But that's how big the pattern's going to be. The bottom of it lines up right here, and that's the top. So that's the entire pattern, and I like it a lot. I think other than what I worked on this morning, that's it. So yeah, so like I said, I was trying to get some of these, because I have 3 things that I restarted for my Restart Mania. So I worked on the Art Deco Lady. Well, this morning I decided I was going to work on Merida. I'm just going to do it on white. It is too, I don't like it. It's making it so hard because I had the trouble with the pens on the dark fabric. It's too hard. I did a bunch of stitches and then had to take them out. So I did $37.99. It's just a few stitches. I went all the way down and realized that I was off a stitch, so I had to take like half of them out. It's too hard to do it on this fabric. I just can't. I just can't. So I'm just gonna do it on the oatmeal color because I know I have enough of it. I'm not gonna do it on white, but I'm gonna do it on lighter fabric. It is full coverage, so it's not gonna make that much of a difference, but I thought that blue would be cool with it, and I just can't do it. I just can't. Luckily, I'm only a few hundred stitches into it. So after having that fail, I worked on Harry Potter. I did 312 stitches. So I finished my red. I think I only had this little bit. And then I started my yellow, which is the darker yellow. It's charted to be 973 for all of this yellow. But in this Gryffindor side, I'm doing 972 because it's a little darker, a little more of a golden yellow. So this is actually 972. So that this swoopy leaf thing and then the swoopy leaf thing down here will be this color. But so I did 300 something stitches, got myself back into it. So that's all my whips. That's it. The other thing I did was, because I like to have matching needle minders, I got out my button maker and made needle minders for my projects. So this one's Little Minnow, this one's the Curious Mermaid, and then Colorado Cross Stitcher is doing another camp, a cross stitch camp, starting June 1st. So starting June 1st, we're supposed to start any holiday project. It can be Halloween, it can be Christmas, it can be Thanksgiving. It just has to be based on a holiday. And I couldn't think of anything I had that I hadn't already started because you can't start it yet. And then I remembered I had Sugar Plum Dreams from Lindy Stitches, so I'm gonna do Sugar Plum Dreams. So I made a button that's the Clydesdale. Now mine, he's got a cat asleep on his back. I'm gonna take the cat off. I'm not big on cats. I had a cat and she was amazing until she got old, and then she was not friendly at all. But I love Clydesdales, so that's gonna be my cross stitch camp. And then obviously I have the Bluey Stitch Along, and for Maggie's birthday I did a Bluey cake. I got a cupcake cake where it's like a bunch of different cupcakes that are squished together, and then they put icing on the top, so it's all like pull-apart cake basically. And then I printed up from the Bluey website. You can download different things, and they had like party favors and things. And one of them was oh my gosh, I can't talk. Cupcake toppers. And you just print them out, cut them out, and stick them to a toothpick or whatever. So I did that, and I realized that they were going to be just the right size to make a needle minder. So I got Bluey as it's going to be a needle minder, and then Bluey that's going to be a pin for my vest at work. So pretty exciting. So that was another thing I did, but I'm out of magnets, so I can't turn them into needle minders yet. And then, what other haul? I have an idea. Oh, I can't think of where I put them. I've seen that some people make a Frogger, and basically you get a big needle and you like have like a pin on it, or you know, you do something to decorate it so you don't lose that pin, and that'll be the pin that you use to frog your stitches. So I'm gonna make myself a Frogger. I got like the long doll making needles, and then I got like those little alphabet beads, and I'm just gonna make it spell out rip it, rip it, rip it. And then I got this ribbon to thread the beads onto and onto the needle. And then this is not stitchy related, but since I am trying to save up to get a new fish tank, and it's going to be farther away, and it's going to be taller than my current fish tank, it's already a beast to lift the bucket of water to pour the water in when I change the water. And I'd seen someone say that you can use like a water pump, and you hook up a hose, and the water pump pumps the water through the hose, and you can make the hose go wherever. So I'm going to do that. So I found a submersible pond pump, and all you do is you hook up your hose to this and kind of put it in your tank, and then you can run the hose however far you need it to go, either to your toilet or your sink or your bathtub, wherever you want the water to drain to. And then when it comes time to put water back in, you use a bucket. You get the bucket in your tub with your water running, and then you put this in the bucket, and you put the hose to your fish tank. So the water is continuously running into the bucket, and this is constantly sucking the water out of the bucket and putting it back in your tank. It's supposed to be a bunch faster and easier. So I got this because Amazon had one that was a decent price. And I did the math. I will need, I think, 25 feet of hose to get from this corner to the tub or the toilet. So that's exciting. Other than that, I don't think I really had any haul. I'm looking. I don't think I did. Did I get anything at the thrift store? I don't think I did. I've had this one I got at a thrift store. It's one of those plastic hoop frames. I just figured it'd work for something. It was for $2. And then the cool thing is, I didn't even think about it until someone said, this loop doesn't have to be on the tall part. You can put this on so it's the other way and just stretch it the other way. It's like, well, that makes sense. So it doesn't have to be an up and down. It doesn't have to be vertical. It can be horizontal. Heck, you could make it so it's crooked. I don't know. But I thought that was kind of cool. I did get... Oh, I did. I knew I got something else. I got my order finally from Black Needle Society. I got stuff from the vault. I got the Hogwarts Year 1 band sampler. I got the Monster Mash Bitsy Keep. So it's got like felt. It's got a magnet under the label so you can have your needle. It's a thread sorter, like a thread card, so you can have your threads there. And I thought it was pretty cool. And I'd seen someone, I think Mary Ashcraft, when she got her Halloween box, she talked about it, and it seemed like a really good idea. So when I saw that they had one in the vault, I went ahead and got that. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got a needle minder, and then I got the little wooden gear thing. I'll be right back. I'll go get it. Okay, so I got this because, again, I think I saw this on Mary Ashcraft's videos, because she's a, what do you call it? One of the people that does stuff for Black Needle Society. But it's this thing, and it's a U-gears, so it's like laser cut, and you have to put it together like a puzzle. Really cool, really neat, really cool idea. So you're supposed to turn the ship's wheel, and then these guys are supposed to spin. And it's like, it just gets stuck. So it does work, but it just doesn't work well. So there it goes. So all the little gears turn, and it's all laser cut. It smells amazing because it smells like burnt wood. It smells like a bonfire. So I saw that and I'm like, that's cool. So it's supposed to be for pens, but obviously the Black Needle Society, they used it as a scissor holder. So I saw that and I'm like, oh, I want to put that together. And it's steampunky? Sure. So that was from the Steampunk box. And then I got the needle minder I got is from the Steampunk box. And it says the League of Extraordinary Stitchers. I can't talk. League of Extraordinary Stitchers. And it's a heart that's, it's metal. And it's steampunky. I like steampunk stuff. So I thought that was cool. And then I said I was going to show you. See, I feel like I already showed you guys, but I don't know. I think I might have worked on this after I did the FlossTube last week. So here's where I got to on Maggie's thing. So here's where it was before, and here's where I got to. So I filled in the ecru on this side. I was filling in this ecru. I got this brown is up to where it stops, and then there's like a flower, and then it starts up again. Same thing over here. It stops here, and then there's like more of it up here. But so that's how far I got on that. But I've taken a break all week from it because I worked on it for 2 weeks straight at work. It's just a nice one to take to work because it's so small. But now I've got other stuff that I need to get some work on because, you know. And then my last piece of haul might seem crazy. And I'll insert a picture of the other things. But I drive by this house every day, taking Maggie to daycare. And their trash day is like 2 days after our trash day. Our trash day is on Tuesdays, theirs is on Thursdays. And this house, I don't know what he is taking apart, what he is demolishing and throwing these pieces away, because there's been so many of them, and it's not in his yard. So I think he's working on something somewhere else. But he had these wooden windows. And the first time I saw him, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna be late to work. I don't care. I'm stopping and I'm grabbing those. And I grabbed a whole bunch. I grabbed 2 sets of 2 and then 2 sets of 3. So I grabbed a whole bunch of them. So there is one, okay, let's see, I can do this real quick. If I can get my pencil out. So there is an arched window in the middle. And then, I don't know, whatever these guys look like. And then there's the side ones that are arched this way. And arched this way. See, you didn't know you were gonna get an art thing. So I grabbed 2 sets of 3 that are like this. So this is like arched in the middle, and then these are arched like flat and then arched on the sides. And then I grabbed 2 sets where it was just the outside pieces, because I knew my mother-in-law's sister, Tina, is all about like decorating with cool stuff that you find anywhere. Like, she has the most amazing eye for things to hang up. So I saw those and I'm like, oh, Tina needs those. She needs to have those windows. So I got her 2, and then I got my mother-in-law 2 because I figured she'd like them too. And then I got myself and my mom the 3-piece set. So I figured Mom could use them as a trellis. And then I was gonna have a plan to make a table and put plexiglass over it. I don't know. Well, that was months ago, like last year sometime, I don't know. But he gets those windows or by his trash a lot. They're almost every week, there's at least 1 or 2 windows. Sometimes there's a whole bunch. Well, when I was driving past on Wednesday or Thursday this week, was that yesterday? Yesterday. I saw this one and I hadn't seen this one before. It's a top. And I'm like, I am grabbing that. For sure, grabbing that. So after I dropped her off, I made sure I drove past it so I could get this window. No idea what I'm going to do with it. The only place it can go is where the new fish tank would be going. So, I guess it could go, I don't know. Had to have it. But it's so neat. So there's that. And then the other thing, so I had this pattern, and I had got toffee, as it calls for maple syrup for the variegated stuff in the squirrel. And I couldn't find maple syrup where it wasn't like just as expensive for the shipping as the floss, so I got toffee, and it was more gold than brown. So I went to my L&S. I have not gone in almost a year, And when I went the first time, I just kind of started cross-stitching and I didn't know what all the stuff was, and I was very overwhelmed by that store. When I went in, I was just like, oh my god, look at that. Oh, oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I want that. I want that. I want that. And it was like so much more now that I know what all that stuff is. But I did get maple syrup. So it's definitely brown, not gold. So now I have my floss for this guy. Oh, and it's also in the acorns. And I told the lady, she was like, do you need help finding anything? I'm like, no, I just kind of want to buy everything now because I haven't been in here in so long. And the first time I came in, I just started cross-stitching. I didn't know what any of the stuff was, and now I know what it is and I want it all. And she just laughed. But they have everything. It's called Cross My Heart, and it's in Columbus, Ohio. And it's a really nice store. It's not big. It's pretty big. It's pretty small. It's in like a little strip mall kind of thing. But a few doors down, there is a store that is a yarn shop too. So knitters and crocheters can go a few doors down and go and get yarn and stuff like that. And then cross stitchers can go down to Cross My Heart and get all their cross stitch stuff. And let me tell you, I want to do memorabilia. I do. And they have the beads. They have all the beads. They have the Karen water lilies. They have, you know, just about everything. And their prices are just like what you'd pay on Etsy or whatever. I mean, these were still $2.50, just like they would have been if I got them from Etsy, but I would have had to pay like $4 shipping for $5 worth of floss. So, so I will definitely be going back there whenever I need fancy floss, instead of ordering it from Etsy. But that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other plans. I want to keep going with the Restart Mania. Like I said, it's the 20th now, Friday. And so there's only 10 more days. Well, 11 more days. So I think now I'm on 3 days of the Art Deco Lady. And I just figured I would do 5 days on each. Not like 5 days in a row, just 5 days. I can't do the restart of the Sew to Stitch one because I didn't get the pattern. I will. I'm just not going to do it right now. So it's just going to be these 3. The Harry Potter, the Art Deco Lady, and I might give Merida one more shot on this blue fabric. But then the rest of the time, I'm just going to work on whatever I want to stitch. Oh, I did get my hand dyed by Rolanda. This was called Red Wine, I think. And it's like pink. So this is the color of the mermaids on my Curious Mermaid and the My Little Minnow. So that's going to be the mermaids. And then I made these floss tags for my blends. So it's a mix of 3808 and 3750. And I know it's going to take, it says on the little minnow, I think it said it's going to take 3 or 4 skeins of whatever color they called for. So 2 of each should be enough. And I just used my tag maker and hole punch. So there's that. The one thing that I was kind of sad about is this color is what's for the jellyfish, I think, on the My Little Minnow. And I was hoping they would have an étoile that was this color, but they don't. So it's just gonna have to be this green. But that's okay. So that's it. I will see you guys next time. I just can't think of anything else. That must be it. See you guys next week.